This one doesn't have as many cameos. There's one episode that has a bunch of cameos, but it actually, kind of makes sense why there's cameos in that episode. And that's about it. We get an episode in episode 4, I think, called something about Lubert. And they acknowledge the fact that the stuff they did in the original iCarly to Lubert was kind of messed up just because he was mean, that they terrorized him. So, we get a few characters called to the stand, like Guppy, Gibby's little brother. Gibby obviously isn't in it, because, personal reasons. And then we get Chuck, the dude that used to bully Spencer. They're both very brief. Unlike the other ones where they were at least there for a few minutes. They might have not been there the whole time, but in the actual episode they were there a few minutes. Tebow finally gets mentioned because Spencer buys his old restaurant that apparently got ran down because of rats. So, yeah, that's their mention of Tebow. Then the actor for Josh comes into the show, and he's in 2 episodes as Carly's manager for iCarly. He's in episode 6 and episode 8. Then he's not in the rest of the show, but there's only 10 episodes, so maybe he'll be in season 3 more if there is one. He's a guy named Paul. And he fights with Freddy, because Freddy thinks he's more creative or something, and he's been running iCarly forever. Thinks he's being unfairly criticized. And at one point, I think they have like this bridge phone that apparently only him and Tom Cruise have. And it was like, they're gonna have Freddy break it. But no, he just breaks something else by accident because of fighting Paul over the phone. So at least they didn't go the predictable route. The season, though, does end with something that should have just ended earlier and not really in a final. Freddy eventually gets his new girlfriend somewhere around in this season. I don't remember when. She shows up a few times. She's a comic relief character. She literally eats a banana with the peel still on. But eventually she wants to throw Freddy a perfect birthday party. They'll have these costumes and stuff, and she just doesn't really know a lot about Freddy. And she's kind of dumb. He asks for a murder mystery party, and she thinks he's talking about crows, because a group of crows is called a murder. So it ends with her randomly, deciding to leave after she realizes that Carly knows Freddy's way better than her. And then she randomly comes back. Like, she's just gonna ruin Freddy's party. He obviously still wants her there. Which, of course, makes him upset when she leaves, so Carly tries to make it into, another mystery. He has to find Pearl or whatever, which is his girlfriend's name. Then she randomly comes back even though Carly couldn't find her. And she comes in right in when Freddy uses a poor choice of words and says that she'll never know him as well as Carly does. And then that's how the season ends. She leaves, and that's it. Cliffhanger for a girlfriend that really didn't do much. Every other character had way more screen time, so I don't really care. Don't understand why they made that a big deal. Let's start the show off with the ending of, season 1 with the little ex-boyfriends. They make their own show together and make fun of Carly. And then they eventually quit being friends over an argument about one of them using a big word, another one not understanding it. And then that's the end of them. They never show up again. And then they have this whole episode about Spencer being like too controlling over board games. And like he always needs to win or something. They literally had an episode where him and Freddie played board games all night until one of them won. They could have used that. But they just make up this own flashback thing with actors that obviously aren't them, because they have to use younger actors. I don't know why they replaced Spencer. Spencer has always looked kind of the same. But yeah, that's really about it. It was decently funny at times. They kind of write off Harper's girlfriend. She goes on some trip that's going to be like 6 months or something. So she's never really talked about or seen again. Maybe it's not a write-off. Maybe she'll be in the next season, but don't know why she would be gone the entire season.